What's up, y'all? This is Master P. And I just want to let y'all know, go to nightanddaynetmarket.com and get yourself some product. They're a black-owned company. They got everything from t-shirts to hoodies to shoes to jewelry to hair care products. Subscribe to their YouTube channel, Night and Day Networks, with the Curry Gang, and check them out now. You heard? Salute.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
up?
we back,
What up?
we back,
What
we
up?
back, we back.
What's going on?
All right now.
Night and Day Talk Media. It's your boy JR and Isaiah Curry. All right, we're gonna let some of y'all get up in here. We see y'all, some of y'all out here. Let's get it.
You know what I mean?
Peace.
Welcome to Night and Day Talk Media.
If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
Click that notification bell so you can be notified when we post a video.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this monkeypox business, this new smart cities, and this famine that's coming, man.
Mm-hmm. Now this should be the live that 1,000 people should be on.
Mm-hmm.
Talk this real shit.
Absolutely.
Let's get these likes up. About to talk that real shit. Live.
Love. Peace.
The realness. It's the realness.
All right. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this? Ready, nigga?
Smack, is you ready, nigga?
Hit that like button on the way in.
Yup, hit the like button. Yup.
This one might be a little bit more heavier than the last.
Absolutely. All right.
All right, I guess we can just get into it. People come in as they come in. So I'm pretty sure y'all heard about this new concoction that was concocted and put out there for the masses. We just left out of one scamdemic, going to another pandemic. And this one, they targeting us niggas because they called this one the monkeypox.
Yep.
In case you missed this, here's the clip.
Here's the damn clip. Let's get into it.
And just in, Governor Newsom declared a state of emergency for monkeypox to bolster the state's vaccination efforts. The declaration allows California Department of Public Health and other administration officials to coordinate a whole of government response to the monkeypox virus, seek additional vaccines, and lead outreach and education efforts. California is the second state in the last 3 days to take this measure.
Damn. So you got California and New York declaring state of emergency, right?
They always the two to lead, right?
They always start with
New York
and California.
Y'all see the patterns? We're going right in. Y'all see the patterns. New York and California. What two movies came out of those two states?
East of LA, what's it called? Escape from LA and Escape from New York, right?
Escape from LA and Escape from New York. Have any of y'all seen those movies? Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Those two movies are key.
Exactly.
They use the same tactics, the same plans.
Yep.
They roll it out the same way. And the masses fall for it. The same exact way. You know what I'm saying?
It never fails.
It never fails, y'all. And this one is, see, they call this the monkeypox. Hey, y'all know they like to call us niggas monkeys. So don't be surprised when all the so-called treatments and cures come out. They really going to target who they feel is the real monkeys. You know what I'm saying?
Planet of the Apes.
Because they trying to get rid of the monkeys.
Yeah.
Get it? Y'all get it?
Wow.
They trying to get rid of the monkeys. And they love to call us monkeys.
Yup. Dang.
All right? Let's start using some discernment and putting this together, all right?
Absolutely.
We got to start thinking deeply about this now. We're going through a major shift in this world.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but this is the time where they have to break down your mental so they can rebuild it up the way that they want it to be built up.
Yup.
For you to accept things that you wouldn't have accepted in the old paradigm.
Nope.
And the way they break down minds, they do it through fear. They do it through intimidation. They do it through famines.
Yup.
They do it through war. And they do it through celebrity distractions. All right?
Yup.
There should be 1,000 people on this goddamn live. This is where it's at.
That's true.
And you can see it's all unfolding. You know what I mean? It's all unfolding. The scared is a new virus going around all the time. It's always, or this is the old one, just repackaged again.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now they're saying in New York that the polio is back. You know what I mean? They're saying polio is back in New York. They're saying the monkeypox is running rampant. And they're saying COVID cases is rising. All right? Got all this happening at once.
Yep.
That's fair.
A few hours ago, the mayor and city health officials declared a public health emergency over the growing number of cases, 261 so far. The city says the biggest concern is for the LGBTQ plus community, which accounts for about 90% of that total. The emergency declaration allows the city to mobilize resources to help stop the spread of infections.
Our COVID-19 response has taught us that it is imperative that we mobilize city resources rapidly, and this declaration helps ensure that we have the tools available to augment our outreach, testing, vaccines, and treatment.
They're going to shut this shit down again.
Especially in the LGBTQ plus community.
Another problem the city is facing, the lack of vaccines. Health officials announced today another 4,200 doses are on the way. They will be given out starting Monday. The city has distributed 7,800 so far, but says it needs 35,000.
We have 5 sites identified in San Francisco and have to close many of those sites because we've run out of vaccines.
Today, the Biden administration pushed back against criticism that it's not doing enough to help slow the spread. It says 780,000 shots are now ready to ship. Cities can start ordering them tomorrow.
That quick.
That's fast as hell.
That's fast as hell, ain't it? That's
So when they talk about the LGBTQ community,
the emergency.
Now, what community is always linked to that side by side? They love running both movements together.
You already know. Go ahead.
They lump both movements in, the LGBTQ plus movement, and what other movement? What other movement do they lump with that? That automatically comes with that. To the point when they Earth Day. Earth Day, you got
civil rights.
That's the real target, y'all. The second one is the real target. They ease it in there with the first one, but the real one is that one. All right? monkeypox, LGBTQ. Exactly. Yep, you got it, Tina Marie. You got it. All right. Now, another tactic they use is famine. You know what I'm saying? Because when they starve niggas out, they could control you more because they divvy out who eats, who don't eat.
Exactly.
And it's a shame because, you know, a lot of us in our community, we don't really know how to survive without grocery stores.
We sure don't.
And fast food joints.
No.
Like, a lot of us don't. I ain't gonna say all of us now. I'm not saying all of us, but a good portion of us don't even know how to plant a seed, don't know how to butcher an animal, don't know how to hunt an animal. You probably got more of us that know how to fish, but still a lot that don't know how to fish. A lot of us don't even know how to cook from scratch. You realize they ruined that ability in the 60s and 70s when they started coming out with easy, like, TV dinners and stuff that's already made, to take away the people's ability to learn how to cook from scratch. Because when you harvesting stuff from the land, you got to know how to cook from scratch. You're not getting directions on a box. You know what I mean? So a lot of us is only know how to make a meal in a microwave, or a hot pocket or something like that, or some microwavable popcorn. So if they control that through the farmland, remember the farms is being bought up, and the other farms are being put out of business.
Exactly. They destroying all the meat. Yeah. All the livestock on those farms is being slaughtered and attacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, these farms are not even even able to sell beef and chicken and stuff like that anymore.
Now, y'all remember when the COVID stuff happened? You remember they went through a point in time where when you went to the grocery store, you was only limited to buy a certain amount of food. Like, oh, you can only buy 2 packs of meat here. You can only buy 1 pack of paper towel. So if they cut out all the other sources of way people get their food, because a lot of y'all, I don't even know if y'all even know about farmers markets, because that's where everybody should be shopping, at farmers markets. We should be buying our stuff from farmers markets, not from the grocery stores. When you support the farmers market, you support local people who grow your food. When you support the grocery stores, you support globalism, like China and all them people.
Yep.
Mexico. You're not supporting the people who's in your immediate community. You know what I'm saying? So if those people in our immediate community go out of business, that means the control of the food source is going to be completely in corporate hands.
And all you getting from them is GMO.
Yep.
Hormones and steroids.
Corporate hands, y'all. If all your food is just coming from corporate, do you understand what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? You're only allowed to buy 1 pack of meat. You're only allowed to buy 1 bag of vegetables. You got to choose which vegetable.
Rationing
1 bag of fruit. Yep. One pack of meat per family. 1 bag of vegetables per family. Yep. Y'all get where we going with this?
They starting to ration. They're gonna ration out portions of the food. They're gonna be like, you only allowed to buy this much of this in 1 week, or this much of this in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So you got like a family of 5, and they only allowing you to buy 10 packs of chicken a month. What that gonna do for you? You know what I'm saying? For you and what do that mean for you and your family?
And you completely in their hands, like they got you by the balls.
And 1984, exactly, Priscilla. 1984. Remember they was rationing out the chocolate, saying you only can get 25% of chocolate today, and
they was rationing out everything.
Everything was being rationed out. Yup.
And some people I see something, shut this down. Let's stay in the house. Let's shut this. And Biden needs to send us those stimmies. Y'all don't understand what's going to happen if that continues.
The stimmy ain't worth nothing.
What's going to happen is, if nobody's working and the government is controlling who eat or not, you're not going to have any freedom over what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat, how you're going to eat. You understand?
It's prison.
If we all just stood in here, and we all just stood in our houses, and nobody went to work to get anything independently, no one tilled the land, and no one was able to actually grow their own stuff, and you just sit back waiting for the government to divvy out your little cryptocurrency so you can buy goods that they control and own. What's eventually is going to happen, you're not going to have any rights at all, and you're going to be just prison. 100% slave prison.
That's prison when you told when to eat.
100%.
When you're told how to eat, when to eat, and
prison.
Yeah, that's prison, man.
Hey, shut this down, Biden. I be seeing people in the comments. Biden, you need to shut this down and give us some stimmies.
Give us some stimmies.
Yo, y'all don't even know what y'all asking.
That ain't it.
Because the government they flipped the script on y'all. They be like, all right, we gonna give y'all that. But then they gonna a week later, we don't have enough resources to give out, so we gonna have to start divvying them out. And the first people that get them is the people that took. I'm gonna code this, Max, who took the Maxes. I'm coding it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Only people who took the Maxes is allowed to eat first.
The Jizzy.
All right.
You took the Jizzy. Yep.
And it's gonna go more and more and more and more. It's gonna be required. More and more stuff is gonna be required for you to get your hands on any type of food or any type of resources. If niggas want to stay in the house and give all the power to the government, decide when they want to eat and when they get money and that's crazy. And I be seeing our brothers and sisters talking like this.
I don't know. That's just ignorant.
I wanted to be locked down, lock us down, and give us stimmy.
That's because of the fear, the mongering, and the ignorance, man.
Yeah.
They love, you know what I'm saying? They get us with that every time.
It really works on our brothers and sisters out here, y'all. I don't know what it is about us. I don't know what it is, but it works on us. It works on us more. Sometimes I be feeling those Trump supporters when they be, when they want to, get their bread and they don't want to sit home and depend on the government. Because once you start sitting home depending on the government, man, it's going to get crazy. The control is going to get crazy, y'all. Y'all don't understand the type of control system that can come into place and come into power with us sitting home collecting stimmies and they telling you only get allowed 1 pack of meat per family. Like, y'all got to understand what we being led to.
Now, let's play this video. This nigga, they talking about, basically they trying to create a water crisis, a shortage of water.
Here we go, y'all. More shortages.
More propaganda. I gotta turn it up.
And Lake Mead here in our country, a vital source of water for some 40 million Americans. Look at this. The satellite images, the new images from NASA telling the story, showing the lake shrinking. That's 2000, the year 2000 on the far left, all the way on the right. That's where we are today. ABC's Ginger Z taking us to Lake Mead tonight.
As Lake Mead dramatically dwindles, a time capsule of the last 80 plus years is emerging. The latest exposed artifact, a World War II Higgins boat designed to ferry heroes to storm the beaches.
People were actually scuba diving around this boat as recently as 2020. That means there was up to 40 feet of water above my head just a few years ago.
This brand new satellite imagery from NASA shows the stunning shrinking of Lake Mead over the last 22 years.
Lake Mead is at only 27% capacity. This could be one of the worst droughts we've seen in 12 centuries. And the Bureau of Reclamation is telling the states that use this water, you have to come up with an emergency plan for cuts and restrictions in the next couple of weeks.
Cuts that could change farms in the desert, where at least 2/3 of our fruits and nuts and 1/3 of our veggies all need water from Lake Mead.
How much trouble are we in?
How much trouble we are in depends on how we respond to this as a society. We can manage this, in my opinion, by being smarter about how we're using that water. Simply put, we can't really evacuate all of our cities, and we have to find a way to do more with less.
The Bureau of Reclamation says that Lake Mead will drop another 20 to 25 feet in just the next year or so. Now, experts have told me that Lake Mead is like a bank account. that we have overdrawn, and Mother Nature is no longer paying up. David?
Yeah, it's just extraordinary.
Yo.
See, this is what y'all have to understand, a pattern. Y'all got to understand how history works. See, we went through all this before when they did a shift and everything shifted to, you know, the American dream with the picket fences and the suburban houses. But before that, most people own their farm, they own land and they own houses and they had farms. That was common until the suburbs in the suburban style homes came into play. And then apartment complexes. See, that all birthed, you know what birthed that? The whole Great Depression era. Yeah. They artificially created the Great Depression. They had the Spanish flu. You gotta understand, they repeating the same tactics. They use the same tactics over and over again, y'all. All we gotta do is just look at history, and they use the same playbook. They don't change the playbook. Playbook is the same. So what happened was the Spanish flu happened, right? Spanish flu. The whole world shut down because of the Spanish flu. Right after the Spanish flu, right after, you had the polio, and then you had all that stuff, right? So it was like Spanish flu, polio, and all in between that, the Great Depression, the economy collapsing, and guess what else? World War I. You understand? What's happening now? What's happening? COVID, monkeypox, you know, economy collapsing, and war with Russia and Ukraine and all that. Same playbook. Easy to figure out. They do the same damn thing. Yeah, the stock market crash in 1929. That was part of the Great Depression.
Exactly.
That was all included in the Great Depression. And then right before that, the money system had changed, and people didn't realize that. The money system had changed because the dollar and all that stopped being backed by gold and silver around the same time, and it became the petrodollar to help build up the Industrial Revolution, which actually funded the whole transformation of how America was set up. America was once a whole bunch of farmland and big colonial style houses and plantation style houses was the former setup of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Then it switched from that out of Industrial Revolution. More grocery stores formed, more suburban type of houses and apartment complex type of things. You understand? Y'all see how this shift happened, and then what comes out of that shift? So they're about to shift again. Now the new financial system is going to be cryptocurrency. Because when it's cryptocurrency, you can't hide money under your mattress no more. You get it? It's going to be more of a perfected system of control. All right? Y'all get what's going on here? So they got to collapse. And there was a famine in the early 1930s too, which was weird because people had farmland. But what was happening was there was regulatory things that was happening that was controlling the farmers even then. It's not talked about. We got to start. We haven't been reading our history. You know what I'm saying? But then it got even worse once it turned into grocery stores and suburban homes. Then they sold us the American dream. Now you could, you know what I mean, grill up ballpark hot dogs with your picket fence. You know what I'm saying? And your suburban houses that all look the same. All right? That was all a plan. It's all a plan to get us to where we at right now. All right? So the same shift is happening. But now, instead of suburban houses, there's a new type of architecture that's coming. It's called smart cities. Have any of y'all heard of the smart cities that's coming up? They got one model of smart city called the Line, which is being released in Saudi Arabia. All right? Now, these smart cities ain't nothing to play with. All right? They started with the suburban things and the suburban homes and apartment complexes. The apartment complexes is nothing but basically like concentration camps, project buildings, and concentration. That's all it is, y'all. Niggas don't know that they in the concentration camps right now as we speak. You're working your slave labor jobs, you know what I mean, at which ain't paying you shit. and you living in houses that's basically surrounded by cameras and listening devices and everything else.
Yeah, but now they
about to take it up another notch.
Now they about to create smaller, more cities, more crammed in damn cities.
Well, the smart houses is part of the smart cities.
Where there's gonna be no damn cars, everything's gonna be walking distance. You know, in the name of climate, you know what I'm saying, keeping the carbon down and all that dumbass shit.
Yeah, we about to play. Some people don't even know about the smart cities yet. See that?
Well, shit. In case you missed it,
here's the clip.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life. The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort. Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on Earth seen before. The line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
Yep, that's what we facing, the line. Now, okay.
Niggas want to live in there? How many
Hold on.
want to live there?
But they said only 9 million people, right? So where the hell the rest of the people gonna be at?
You know where? The upper room.
They only banking on 9 million people. Staying there, y'all.
It'd be easy as hell to track and trace people in that.
That's a prison.
Yep, that's a prison. That's a prison.
That's a prison.
If you don't think you're gonna be 100% of your life is gonna be controlled in that.
That's an actual prison, y'all.
And they gonna get people in there because people, oh, this is nice. Like
I know, right?
They gonna get you in there by start off good.
Nah, you know what's gonna get out of there. They gonna force you in there because they gonna tell you there's nothing, outside. There's no resources outside of that city. Yeah. That means no food, no vegetation, nothing. They're gonna tell you there's nothing outside of the city.
You gotta go into the line.
It's movie shit. Same shit you be seeing in movies, man. Same stuff y'all be seeing in movies, man. You know what I'm saying? Demolition Man and all these type of other movies. You see what I'm saying?
How many people we got in here? 160 people.
160 people.
Yeah, we in here talking this real shit, and there's 160 people in here.
I mean, they talking about creating, water drought. Meaning it's a shortage of water where nothing is gonna be grown. Just forget independent growers. That's gonna be out the window. You got niggas like Bill Gates buying up mostly all the farm. First of all, you got Bill Gates and China buying up farmland in America. It's just not Bill Gates. Bill Gates is like the face. But they don't tell you China buying up half of this shit too. as well as they buying half of Africa up.
It's a done deal, y'all. So y'all see the pattern, right?
They're trying to control every aspect of the resources, where there's no going to be no independent people out. Like us personally already dealt. We already two farmers that we got meat from has been shut down. They've been, the FDA came up in there and
they trying to shut them down.
Trying to shut them down, but they basically made them destroy a lot of their meat. You know what I'm saying? And they doing this to farms all over the country.
No, globally.
Well, globally, yeah.
Yeah, they doing this globally.
So you see, they trying to force people into these small grid ass cities where they control the resources.
100%. And you're one of the resources also.
It's a grid. It's a whole damn grid.
If you think you're being monitored in here, out here, imagine how you're gonna be monitored inside of that. There ain't gonna be no privacy in that at all. You probably gonna have to wear some type of chip or wrist on your some type of shit on your wrist and on your head.
They saying
just
no
to have
cars.
access to anything.
No cars. No cars. Just a bunch of
and no cash.
No
It ain't gonna be no cash
cars.
neither. It's gonna be crypto with
crypto.
QR codes.
Yeah.
So they gonna decide how much you get, when you get it, what time you get it.
They saying only 9 million people. So where's the rest of the people gonna be at?
Nothing but a bunch of idiots out here, because everybody was lined up to hear about Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown, and we got 170 people to hear about this.
Well, that's this 170 people here is the elect. They the elect. These the people that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, but it's a small amount of us compared to all the idiots. So they're gonna be giving us hell, because they're gonna use the idiots to attack us.
Yeah, these 170 people in here is the ones that's gonna change them and their lives and their family lives. These the ones in here is taking the information and is gonna be the ones that use it. The rest of them that want to show up for Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown and all that. That's where they gonna be stuck on. They're gonna be stuck on following the celebrities all day. While y'all gonna be getting y'all shit together.
The celebrities gonna lead them right into those
the celebrities gonna be leading them while y'all gonna be leading y'all families in the, you know what I'm saying, into independence.
They're gonna be like, come on, y'all, Beyonce is throwing a free concert inside of the party, inside of the smart city. Let's go.
That's how they gonna get people in there.
Concerts in there.
That's how they gonna lure people in there. They gonna use the celebrities and influencers to let
the corporations,
McDonald's, corporations.
Yep. Come to the city today and get a free McDonald's meal.
They the ones gonna be sponsoring the city. It's the corporations, the McDonald's, the Murder Kings, the Kentucky Fried Chickens, the Swindies, the Drunken Donuts, Murder King, Piece of Slut. All them niggas gonna be up in that smart city, man. All those restaurants gonna be up in that smart city. Taco Hell, all of them. Toxic Hell, all them niggas. Rotten Applebee's.
Yep, get your, and it's gonna be cheap to live in there at first. They're gonna make it cheap. It's gonna be cheaper to live inside. Yeah, it's gonna be really appealing. It's gonna be cheaper to live inside the smart city than outside of it. So, and then all the jobs is gonna be there, and all the resources gonna be there. So they're gonna force the economy to the point where it ain't nowhere else to go but to the smart city.
Yeah, but they can't cram billions and millions of people in there. They don't even get, but so they must go be building.
They lowering the population.
So what they gonna do? They just gonna, they're gonna use population control, and then that's not the only city being built. That they forgot about the Octagon one that's being built.
Yeah, it's a couple different models.
There's a couple models of these cities.
That's just one of the models,
that's
y'all.
Just the line.
That's just one model of the city. It's gonna be plenty of more different models.
And that line, that's bridging Egypt and Saudi Arabia and all the surrounding areas together. Now, peep this. How they they had to basically force those tribes that been in those areas for years out of those areas, that been occupying those areas for ages, to build that city. They basically forced those tribes out of there. Forced them out of there. Because they can't just come building developments on property where people was already occupying it. So those tribes that's part of the border between Egypt and Saudi Arabia, and you know what I'm saying, like those borders, those tribes already was occupying those areas that been there for ages. They basically got them the hell up out of the way. Some of them they might have paid off, and some of them they just did by force.
And a lot of us don't realize that our great grandparents and all witnessed the change from society to what it is now. Like when I was saying, like it went from like people owning their own homes on farmlands to these suburban places. This is the same transition that's happening.
Yeah.
But now we transition into these smart cities.
Yep.
And they do little things, you know what I mean, to get us to go into that direction. The famines, the sicknesses, all that stuff, you know what I mean? All the propaganda, the wars. So that they create this extreme circumstances to be like, well, the only solution is to build these smart cities so we can reserve resources and make everything easier. When really it's really not about making everything easier. It's just that you giving up your freedom for convenience.
Yeah.
Because you see, you won't even need your own car. You could get everywhere in 5 to 20 minutes. Like just taking away your independence. Oh, so you can't even drive on your own. I mean, you're gonna be dependent on the city to get you to or fro.
Yeah, niggas talking about and keep in mind it's 3 levels to the city, right? The lower level is where all
the slaves are gonna be at.
Yeah, where all the
bottom feeders,
where all the stuff is being imported and exported at, right? The bottom level is strictly for merchants, like imports and outports. You know what I'm saying? That's where the lower level. The middle level is basically like the control grid. Where, you know what I'm saying? That's the control grid where the computers and the tech guys and all them. The upper level is where all the elites live. They live on the upper level. That's it's the 3 parts to that city. The top part is where the elites live. The middle part is where all the tech guys and all the tech people live that control, the control grid. And the bottom level is basically all the low level people and all the merchants and stores and this, you know what I'm saying? That's how they sectioning off the city.
You gotta watch a movie it's an old movie called Metropolis.
Yeah, Metropolis.
It's so old that it don't even have no
it's one of them silent movies.
It's a silent movie.
Yep.
But check this. It was Hitler's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Metropolis. And this Metropolis is exactly what's going on now. And this was done years ago. So they always had this in mind. This plan was always here. Because Metropolis, it was a robot in that. It was artificial intelligence in that. They were cloning people in that. Beyonce did a whole ritual around Metropolis.
Yeah, Beyonce did a whole stage act was based off of Metropolis. Yup. I remember that. Peep the rituals they doing. And not only that, ain't the nigga Akon helping build a smart city in Africa?
There you go.
See, they use these celebrity head ass niggas, man. Like, I didn't even know about this line city until I seen Swiss Beats post that shit like the other day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me go look further into the.
Yep,
now, I knew about the smart cities, but I never knew about the line. I knew about smart cities, but I never knew Saudi Arabia was building a joint called the line.
Yeah, there's many different models of smart cities out there. That's just one model.
Yup.
That's just one model, y'all.
I'm trying to look for the.
Don't think that the smart city is just that one line. It's multiple different models of smart cities that they got prepared.
Yeah, I'm looking for the octagon joint now.
All right. And there's also something called smart dust. Smart dust are actually little teeny microchips that reads everything. It's basically tracking, listening, everything. And the particles are so small that it's like they could blanket a whole city with it. All right. And this thing tracks and hears. The AI moves through the little teeny pieces of dust. And they're really little microchips all over the place. They can hear, they can see, they can swarm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Y'all gotta remember though, man. They ain't gonna be too many niggas in the future. That's their plan. You know what I'm saying? Y'all realize mostly all the sci-fi movies. You realize the population of black people in sci-fi movies is really low. It's almost like they don't really show us that much in the future. You know what I mean? You might see 2 or 3 black guys and women in the future in sci-fi movies. All right? You see a couple of black people here and there. Yup, sometimes it'd be like one. Yup, be like one black person per sci-fi movie. So basically what they say, oh, y'all niggas is not invited to the future. Yup, it'd just be Will Smith. Yup, Will Smith would be the only black nigga in the whole sci-fi movie. Basically telling you got to be the Will Smith type to make it into the future.
Yeah.
If your characteristics ain't like Will Smith, you ain't going as a black man, you ain't gonna make it.
They trust me. They know the ones that's rebellious. If you rebellious, you ain't. You know what I'm saying
that's the plan. That not saying that they gonna be successful, but that's the plan. So we sprinkle like pepper in those movies, yeah. Them sci-fi, and then when we are in the sci-fi movies, we end up dying. You know what I'm saying? They end up killing off the character.
Pretty much.
Some sci-fi movies be like, I hate you black bastards. You stink. Hate your black skin. Hate black keys on the piano. I hate black pepper.
Yeah, they definitely got a way to control, to set up this control grid, boy. I tell you that.
It's gonna be a lot of idiots that want to live like that, Georgia. We just got common sense, and it just seems extreme to us. But you're gonna have a lot of idiots out there that, oh, those cities look cool. You don't need a car.
I've seen some people in the comments say that, like in the comments under these videos, man, that be showing the smart cities and all that. But a lot of people saying it's prisons. I see a lot more people saying it's prisons than saying I want to go live there. They like, hell no, that shit look too controlled to be living there. So a lot of people ain't going along with it.
You're gonna be crammed up with all those people. What the hell? That's prison, man.
There's more people not wanting to live there than people that think it's cool, think it's a cool thing.
I can't believe they passing that shit off like it's gonna be the next best thing since sliced bread.
Exactly.
But that's how they pass off all their stuff to the public, man. I mean, that's how they convinced everybody these suburban houses to give up their houses, that got farmland around it, to live inside those so-called convenient suburban houses that we see. You go to the suburbs and all the houses look the same.
They created
that was another plan.
Yeah, they created something called the American Dream. They created that, which was American psyop. That American Dream was nothing but American psyop, man.
We gotta start going back and reading some history. You know what I'm saying?
They took us all. They domesticated us, yo. They took us from knowing how to, use the nature around us, fishing, hunting. You know what I'm saying? Capturing our own water. They domesticated us, man.
Now,
and they turned us into. Yeah.
Now we saying that we are not. No way we living in those cities. No way we doing this. I bet you people was saying the same thing about those suburban households.
Yeah.
The shit that look like Edward Scissorhands. All the damn houses look alike.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People were probably like that with that. Oh no, I no way I could live in there so close to people. I like my farmland. I like being out here in the farmland. And look, everybody in them damn suburban homes, and they cool to be in now.
Yeah, all they did was create fear and told them these neighborhoods is safer than living. You know what I'm saying? Living, like in open fields and where farmland. They basically create fear. That's it. They always create some type of problem reaction solution when it comes to getting you to go along with some shit you know what I'm saying, they want you to go along with. They create this problem. They make, they get us to react out of fear. And then they say, look, this is the solution for it. Then that's how they just get our asses every time. Problem, it's the same
tactics.
Problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. Problem, reaction, solution. And there's just a couple of old ass groups just controlling everything and creating these situations. Playing Monopoly games and shit at the top.
Damn, man.
And they know they don't have no real power. They only have the power that people give them. That's it. They know they ain't got no. They know their days is numbered, and that shit, they gonna come up short. Cause you know why? Cause the natural spiritual being of things don't like to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? Like you can fool a nigga for a little bit, but eventually that person just gonna have to wake up out of that shit. Eventually.
And they be presenting those shits like they knew when they been had these plans. Those smart cities were already
Metropolis was a smart city.
That's what I'm saying. Metropolis was a smart, and that movie came out in 1920.
Yep, and that was a smart city.
That came out in 1920, y'all, and they already had artificial intelligent robots and smart cities. And that was a silent film.
Cartoons like the Jetsons. What else? Just all types of shit, man.
That's why we were telling y'all this technology has been on.
And the thing about it, they've been had smart cities. Like I'm talking about without the movies and all that shit. That the movies is only imitating what already had happened.
Yep.
Shit. Parts of ancient Egypt, that shit was smart cities.
Yeah, definitely. And they lying
all that tech. You see all that technology on the wall?
And they lying to us in the commercials. A city that this earth had never seen before. Yeah, it has.
Aztecs with you seen the ancient Aztecs with computers, man.
They love passing this.
You
stuff
see it all on the walls. They had Aztecs. They had ancient tribes. You see that they had computers, man. It's all they made sure they left all that evidence behind on the walls because they knew there's only a short window of they was gonna be able to use that technology up to a certain point before the reset button, and niggas have to do this shit all over again. Because that's all happens. It's just reset button, then we just do it all over again. Then we go into, reset button, then do it all over again. That's what the Matrix was saying, that the architect of the world, he's saying you just keep doing this shit over and over again. So all you doing is do away with the technology, and we go dig up
nothing new under the sun, y'all.
Yeah, we dig up the ancient texts and all that, and then we mimic, and then because all we gonna do is go into the future and dig up these times and go and dig for these times and find nothing but phones with emojis on there and laptops. The same technology that's been in existence is just just get recycled. That's it.
They got us thinking it's new.
Yeah. And I don't even know if anybody here was there when we showed that video of all the ancient. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit. In a book 1984, which was really written in 1948, they had big screen TVs and shit in that.
Remember the dude kept coming across the monitor?
Yeah. They had smart TVs in that. Those were smart TVs, y'all. Hey, we think, we the most advanced that we ever been. Nah, nigga, this
smart cities already happened. All we doing is digging up old ancient technology and rebuild and trying to just mimic and rebuild it. And could never really get it quite the same.
We robotic as hell on this planet. We all doing the same stuff over and over and over again and don't even realize it. All the ages, all the centuries, all the time periods, it just keep repeating the same shit over again. And we forget it. Like, we always forget, man. Our memory is terrible.
Yeah, this line city, this technology is old, man. That smart city, these smart cities they trying to build, there's nothing new.
They trying to have us out here scraping and scrambling for shit. Exactly.
I mean, they only bank on 9 million people just living in that small that city.
That's telling you basically by the time those cities are built, they're gonna have the population down to where they want them to be, because you ain't gonna be able to fit everybody into those smart cities. And they not gonna want anybody outside of those smart cities. I'm telling you right now. Because if you out of those smart cities, you're probably not gonna be able to be monitored as closely.
Nah, you ain't gonna be able to be monitored at all.
There you go.
You're gonna be completely off the grid.
Hell no, the Wright brothers wasn't the first ones to create the airplane. Hell no.
Hell no. If you look on an ancient text on the wall, they already had spacecrafts and
shit. They had
airplanes.
Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci even had in some of his old invention books, they found a flying craft in his shit, like the blueprint for a flying craft. Man, niggas been doing that, man.
Yeah,
niggas been had flying chariot.
Yeah, if you look at the ancient text on the wall, the ancient text on the wall in South America, you know what I'm saying, Egypt, and various other places like in you know, like Asia and all. Like if you go back and if you look at certain writings and stuff on the wall, they already had that technology. They was already flying around and doing all that shit already.
They had electromagnetic. Now we showed this in one of our live.
Yeah.
They had electromagnetic vehicles where the vehicles fly using the science of electromagnetism. So it's basically just flying around like Magneto and shit.
Magneto, yeah.
Like and this was in the early 1900s, late 1800s, y'all.
Yeah, it was the late. It was the it was 1900 when they started messing with that technology.
Early 1900s, like 1901 type of early 1900s. You know what I'm saying? They had flying crafts then.
And this wasn't no jetpack. This was like a
electromagnetic.
John, he was standing up on and flying around there. And this was in the 1920s, looked like 1920s or 30s or somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think it was earlier than that.
Yeah, this whole age, this whole new age is cat. It's all cat. Huh?
We lost. People don't realize we were born in. We were all born into the propaganda. That's why it's hard for us to believe. That's why it's blowing our mind that this technology always existed, because we were born into a world where they told us that we were evolving into this and that this is the greatest we've ever been. And that was the lie that we were born into.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
You know what I'm saying? We were born into the lie, so we don't see it. We can't see it. We can't see what happened before us. We can only go by what they tell us. So if they tell us, oh no, we didn't have no technology then. We only had stone tools and wooden tools, and they keep showing you that over and over again. Even they even basically put all that stuff in the museums and say, yeah, this is the tools that they had in the museums. This is the tools, and this is you see they had metal tools and metal rods and wooden tools and tools made out of stone. You know what I mean? We was born into the cap. Yep, we was born into the cap. Not realizing there were highly advanced civilizations on this planet at one point, and they know that. Highly advanced. Way more advanced than we are now. I can't believe we still believe this shit, that this Apple and Microsoft and all that age is the most technological shit that we ever seen on the planet. I can't believe people still believe that these days.
Never.
I can't believe people still believe that, man. Well, not everybody believe in Atlantis. That's the thing. Because Atlantis, yeah, they say Atlantis was a myth. So, but they still say, yeah, it was highly advanced and technologically advanced. But they say, oh, Atlantis was a myth, though, when really it wasn't.
Those cities underwater. Those
exactly.
Cities underwater
Earth Day.
We discovered them cities underwater. They've already been discovered. I'm trying to find a video.
Yep, because they make you feel guilty all the time for wanting anything. By saying you was born in sin, like you guilty as soon as you born. So as long as they keep that programming going, you're gonna be always scared and frail and thinking that you in trouble. That's how they always want you to feel like you in trouble for wanting anything, for desiring anything. They always want you to make you feel like you in trouble. You can't want nothing. You can't, you know what I mean? Nothing outside of what they provide to you and tell you that you need. If you want anything outside of that, you're guilty. I'm trying to tell you, man.
That's crazy.
And religion was one of their biggest control tools to do that. That's why everything that you do is a sin. Everything that you think is a sin. And you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't do what the system tell you to do, you're a heathen and you're going to hell. All right? If you don't follow the social structure of how things, how what we were born into, we don't really know how things really are, because we was born into a control system.
Yeah.
If y'all think about it, we don't really know how reality really is and how things really work on a grand scheme of things, because we were born into a slavery system already. We don't know what it feels like to be completely free. We don't know. This whole social structure around us, the architecture around us, everything was given to us. out of, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know how it is to truly be free and out in the open. We've been controlled ever since we came out of the womb. We've been told that we're, you know what I mean, we bottom feeders and we deserve poverty, and you know what I mean, you got to basically go into slavery just to get your basic needs. Like, you got to go basically put yourself through slavery just to get your basic needs, y'all. Just to get food, water, and clothing, you have to damn near be enslaved to do it. Yeah, we was born into, we was definitely born into cat. This whole society, this
whole shit is cat.
It's cat, y'all.
All this shit is cat, yo.
That's why everybody's so depressed and on drugs and need something to escape reality, because we are born into harsh conditions of slavery, and we think that slavery was something that happened 400 years ago during the African slave trade, not realizing we are still currently in that state. We are still currently in that state of slavery. We are still on a plantation, y'all. If you don't think working 12-hour shifts at Walmart and still not being able to have your basic needs, or just getting your basic needs met and nothing else, working 12-hour shifts there, if that's not still slavery, what the hell you think that is then? It's crazy, man. It's crazy that people don't see this, and we just all accept it. You know what I'm saying? Just shut up and pay your taxes, and you know what I mean, follow. You know what I mean? Don't be a bum. Make sure you get a job, and you know what I mean, make sure you able to feed yourself poisonous food and clothe yourself with toxic chemical filled clothing with cloth materials that's made out. Yeah, our clothes are even poisoning us. The dyes and shit that they use for our clothes is even poisoning us. All right? Go buy your bottled up water, which is also poison, because you can't even drink the water that's running through your sink, because that's even more poison than the shit that's in the bottle. It's like, niggas is slaves, B. Niggas is slaves. Niggas is straight up slaves.
So how we gonna get free, man?
As long as we got our Doritos and our sports games and our beer and our pharmaceutical drugs, we all good. Everything is good. You know what I mean? Life is good. We got our slave vehicles that break down. They charge us, they tax us to hell with vehicles. The gas, the getting the well, at least in the state that we in, you gotta have emissions and goddamn you gotta pass the emissions test, and you know, all this bullshit. You paying for tolls. You pay all this shit that with these cars. And it's also a ticket machine, because you get tickets everywhere you go, because cops constantly got traps where they waiting down on an incline plane when they know you got to use your brakes, and if you don't use your brakes, your car starts speeding down the incline plane, and the cops be waiting there, waiting for people to do that just so they can stop their asses and pull them over. Yo, it's trap after trap.
How we get free, man? How we get free from all this shit?
Well, the fact is, those of us that know this stuff, we are enslaved to the majority. That's how this world works. I don't know if y'all remember the Squid Games when he told them, you know what I mean, that y'all can end the game right now. We just need majority of y'all to say, I don't want to continue.
That money though, and that ceiling.
Yeah.
That money that was
the first time they did all agree to end the game.
Yeah, and they went home.
But he said we need majority to end the game. It can't just be.
They did. They all went home, but then they ass went right back.
Their ass ended up going right back because they needed the money.
They went back.
Because they never left the game. That's why they never. Because the Squid Game, what that movie was telling you, that the Squid Games was out there in the real world. It wasn't just in there.
Yeah, because Old Head was out there playing games.
Yeah.
Old Head was inside the Squid Game, but he was controlling. But he was the owner. He was the owner and controller of the whole damn game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got most of these niggas waiting for Jesus to come back. not realizing that Christ is in them and Christ is here now. Yeah, but they just not utilizing it. You're not utilizing Christ.
The return is your consciousness returning back to
it's already in all. Christ is already in all of us.
And it's your mind returning back. Your mind returning back to the state of consciousness of the origins.
You know what's happening?
The original mind state. You know what I'm saying?
The Christ in us is waiting on us, while people that's confused and they waiting on for something exterior to come. They waiting for something to come
outside of themselves,
from the outside of themselves,
from the
cloud, from the sky.
And all it is your consciousness returning back to its origins, the original state of mind. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy because the scriptures clearly say that. Clearly said that, and people just don't understand the language because it says it's coming from the clouds. The clouds is talking about your mind.
Cloudy mind.
Yeah, it's talking about your mind when it's talking about the clouds coming from the clouds. It's talking about your mindset, because your mindset is considered is like the sky, because that's the highest part of your body, your crown chakra. That's why it's talking about you being crowned, Christ being crowned, and all that. And that's your consciousness. It's not a physical thing. It's not talking about a physical thing. So people is playing themselves. They waiting for somebody to come out of the sky when really it literally says that the mystery of the ages is Christ in you.
They don't understand glory. The outside of yourself is really the inside of yourself.
It's been revealed to the Gentiles, man.
Your eyes in you, projecting outwardly what's inside you already is.
So most people are just lazy and say, "Oh, Christ, God to deal with it." People lazy. So all this slavery that's going on, people sitting on their asses and saying, "Well, God to deal with it. Jesus will come back and deal with them." And guess what? Niggas gonna be enslaved for eternity thinking like that.
You gotta do the work, right?
Yeah, you gotta do the work, the inner work. It ain't even about the outer work. It's the inner work to realize who and what you really are. So niggas gonna be enslaved forever, man, until they get it right. You got all eternity to get it right. You got all eternity to get it right. And they make sure your self-esteem is so low that you would never think that you the Christ. That's the trick. You are born, basically they tell you you're born a loser. You born a sinner, you're born a loser. You ain't nothing. You a scumbag. You ain't shit. All you do is sin, 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 sin. You got the devil in you, and you're nothing. That's what that's what the world. That's the message that the world basically tell our children. That's what we're born into. And you ain't shit until you do what we tell you to do. Until you live by these social structures. Until you get this specific education. Till you eat this specific thing. You ain't shit until you do all of that. Until you go to this building or that building at this time of the month or this time of the day or this time of the week. You know what I mean? You got to do all these exterior things to be accepted by a higher force. That don't make no sense. All these exterior things, man. Stuff that a higher force wouldn't give no shits about.
It's all cat.
Yeah. So now we enslaved to the exterior because we don't know who we are inside. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And the people and the people who still deep into religion, they're going to say, "Don't worry, God will be back to save us." Not realizing God is in you. In you.
Yeah.
Heaven is in you.
Can't comprehend that from a human. If you're always thinking on a human form, you can't even fathom that. You can't even. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see that. True. You can't see that at all.
I know, right?
If you think you're a human, you can't see that shit.
Nothing. Yep. You're a puny human that's born in sin, and you ain't shit.
You
deserve to go to hell. You're born and told from birth you only deserve hell. It's really sad, man.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's gonna be able to break that humanity and that humanity mindset where you think you just going around walking around human or for ages, not realizing who you really is. So I don't know, man. That until people realize that part of it, then yeah, I guess that'll set people free too when they wake up to them and realize to themselves and realize who they is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really the only thing that can set you free. It's your mind. It got to be in your mind first. You have to be free in your mind first, free in your thinking. That's where everything starts anyway. The mind. The mind is all. Jesus. You walking around human all day. Bunch of humanoids, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's gonna be in that city. A bunch of humanoids.
Robots.
Human robots, man.
We already living like robots. We get up and we do the same shit every day.
Humanoids.
That's a robot. That's a robot. We're programmed to live out the same social structure all day, every day.
Humanoids.
The only people who become super successful in the world is people who go outside of the programming. Y'all realize that? But everybody who follow the rules to the T, you know what I mean? You end up in poverty and being taken and basically being taken advantage of. If you followed everything society told you to do to the T, it's gonna F you up, man. It's not gonna be. This place is a test for us to. Are you gonna be your authentic self, or are you gonna listen to what society tell you to be? That's the test right there. Because your natural self is how God made you. Think about that. What society is telling you to be is not your natural self. It's some type of artificial intelligence or some type of synthetic structure. Some genetically modified shit.
Genetically modified.
It is some genetically modified shit, man. It ain't real.
Damn.
And society have you all over the place because society is one big walking contradiction, man.
Now they got everybody on this monkeypox business, man.
Monkeypox business.
They got everybody on this monkey business. Making a fool out of niggas.
And the thing is, it ain't nothing wrong with Christianity in itself. It's just that people is not getting a real message. They not getting a real message behind Christianity.
They getting the surface level.
Yeah.
That's because
they being misguided.
Yeah. I just think it's just ignorance out there.
Because you got people like Bishop Bling Bling Bentley out here teaching the word. That nigga probably don't even believe in God. He's just trying to get that. He's trying to get that money. Hey, make sure you write your dreams, fan, my sweet babies. And Dr. Umar's with Cash Apps and PayPal. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Cash App, brothers and sisters. Hit the Cash App, brothers and sisters. Hit the Cash App, brothers and sisters.
Forever. forever and ever and ever.
Hit the cash app.
Y'all, yeah, make sure y'all take heed to the information, man, and
hell yeah.
Get out of them grocery stores and start finding some local
farmers markets,
man.
Find a local farmer,
I don't even care
butcher.
if you have to drive a half an hour outside of your city, man, or something.
Do it. It's worth it.
Find you some local butchers, man, some local meat butchers and some local farmers markets, man. Them grocery stores ain't. I mean, you only can get but so much in them grocery stores anyway. Like, I mean, they have some organic stuff.
It's only 4 companies that own everything. It's like 4 major companies that own everything in every grocery store in the United States.
Oh yeah, all the major.
Yeah. People don't even realize that. It's only 4 major companies that own everything.
Yeah, I think it's about 6 of them.
I think somebody narrowed it down to 4.
Oh, the other 2 must got bought up by the 4.
Yeah. I mean, but look at all the corporations is being managed by Vanguard and BlackRock.
Yeah.
And farmers market food is more fresh because it's right from the farms.
It's right. Yeah, it's local.
It's fresher food, y'all. That shit that be in a grocery store be there for months.
And not only that, it's coming from too far away. It's coming from too far away, man. The fruits and vegetables be coming from Mexico and Taiwan and all these other extra countries. It's too far away for that shit to stay fresh.
It's not fresh. They usually spray it with dyes or they spray some type of chemical agents to keep it from rotting.
It's certain things you got to get locally, man. Your eggs, your milk, your cheese, your vegetables.
Tell them.
And your meats. You got to get that stuff local. You can't have that stuff being shipped from Taiwan and Hong Kong. I mean, Hawaii and all these extra.
Hawaii.
All these other places, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why people be walking. Meat is unhealthy. Meat is not unhealthy, y'all. It's just the source where you source your meat from. Man, you eat that shit from the grocery stores and eating McDonald's meat. Of course, meat is gonna be unhealthy. Look where it's coming from. Consider the source, y'all.
We've been eating meat since we got on this damn planet.
Niggas been hunting for our ancient ancestors was.
We've been hunting for years. We've been hunting. Come on now, that's dumb to think we ain't been eating meat,
hunting, y'all.
That's dumb to think we ain't been eating meat the whole time. We've been hunting the damn
hunting
meat.
And fishing. We've been hunting and fishing forever.
The hell?
As far as back to our ancestors been hunting and fishing forever, y'all.
We ain't eating no damn plants all day. Are you crazy? You can't even eat plants.
Most of those plants are not even edible. We had to do shit to even make them edible. We had to grow them a certain way for them to even be edible.
Plant. Yo, this vegan shit is all new anyway. Y'all know this ain't niggas wasn't screaming vegan back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
And people were healthier.
Niggas was not screaming no vegan.
People were healthier in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Just go back and watch.
Come on, man.
Just go back and watch all the movies. Watch old films, old footage. Watch old home videos. Watch old home videos.
Shit.
Like that people captured just in the 60s and 70s on old VHS tapes and shit. Yeah. People were just healthier then.
Great granddaddy and granny will tell you get the hell out of here with all that plates full of vegetables. They'll tell you get the heck out of my face with all that.
I'm sorry, I no disrespect to anybody who's vegan in here, because I mean you can make the vegan work. You can make the vegan diet work if you following like Dr. Sebi's type of shit, but you need those supplements. You better take that sea moss every day. You know what I'm saying?
You need
like it's certain things, yeah. You better take that sarsaparilla. You know what I'm saying?
Spirulina and chlorophyll and all that good stuff. Yep. Got to take with that.
Yep.
But with meat,
you gonna have to take those supplements.
But where you getting your fat from? You need that fat, man.
Yeah, they get it from something like avocado or something like that.
Yeah, avocado and coconut oil.
So it's not no
olive
disrespect
oil.
to no vegans in here. We ain't disrespecting y'all diet because I mean, eat what the hell you want to eat.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
We just saying that wasn't. If somebody's coming along and telling you that we was vegan.
Yeah, we wasn't vegan. Our ancient ancestors hunted, y'all.
We was vegan,
and they fished.
And that's it. We never supposed to eat meat. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie, man.
The reason why people is getting sick from meat these days is because they're from plants.
Oh, they eating them domesticated.
They eating not even because they domestic, not even just because of that part.
Hormones.
Because they not growing on farms anymore. They grow on meat plants.
Yeah, mass production.
Yeah, mass production. Those meat plants. That's why. They inside of these factories.
A cow, a normal cow would take like, you know what I'm saying, a certain amount of time to grow. They cut that time in half. You see what I'm saying? By shooting it up with hormones, steroids, and that makes them grow faster than the normal rate.
Triple A gift box said pigs didn't exist back then. They did exist in the form of wild boars.
Yeah, wild boar.
Wild boars exist.
Right. It wasn't
these new pigs that they got, these domesticated pigs are different. Yeah. Those domesticated cows are different. They're still modern.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wild boar was always been there.
Not wild boars, bulls, all types of shit like that. But some of the Nick, we gotta start doing some more history. We can't just be running what niggas say. Don't even run with what we say. Look this shit up.
Yeah.
Don't even run with what we say. But wild boars is an ancient animal, man.
I've seen on.
So you remember even in the Old Testament they wasn't allowed to eat the wild boar, the swine.
I've seen swine on them ancient texts on them walls. I seen hunting on that motherfucker.
Nah, the modern pigs are a crossbreed of wild boars and other animals.
Yeah, like rat, cat.
But the original pig would be like the warhog or the wild boar. That would be the closest thing. But I understand what you're saying. These modern pigs that's mixed with rat and shit. These pigs look like they mixed with rat and dogs.
That's because a portion of our ancestors start gene splicing and start mixing.
That's what happened.
They can start breaking the codes and start mixing and joint gene
mixing
splicing.
DNA and gene splicing and hybrid animals and hybrid fruit and vegetables.
Yeah,
that's why Sabi lists. If any of y'all follow Dr. Sabi, he literally has a food list of shit that's wildly grown and wasn't hybrid. He got all this shit, you know what I mean? He's saying most of our fruits and vegetables ain't healthy because they're hybrids. Mm-hmm. Like the pineapple and the broccoli and all that
yellow,
shit.
That yellow banana.
Yup.
With no black seeds in it. Some of our ancestors start doing some dumb shit and start gene splicing it.
Yeah.
Start doing some experimenting.
Yeah, these labs been in existence, y'all. These labs ain't nothing new. That's why when they talking about smallpox and all that shit was created in a lab. But our ancestors always fished and they always hunted, y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but they always fished and they always hunted. We were always carnivores. Humans were always carnivores.
Yeah.
We ate little bit of vegetable and a little bit of fruit. We mainly went after meat, y'all. Just saying.
Yeah, nigga might go grab it wasn't like a whole fruit salad. Nigga might grab something off the tree on his way hunting. Like a nigga might grab something off the tree on his way hunting though.
Yeah, and burn those carbs off hunting because
you see what I'm saying?
They needed the carbs to go hunt.
They wasn't just sitting around snacking all day on that shit. It was a form of let me eat this on my way to go get this meat.
Yeah, because you're never satiated. You're never really truly satiated off of fruits and vegetables, y'all. You never can fulfill that hunger. You can eat a big meat dinner and be good for the rest of the day. But when you eating just fruits and vegetables, you got to eat that shit all day to stay full. You got to keep on going back, eating more solids. Y'all niggas ever try to live off a salad?
I tried plenty of times.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to eat 2 or 3 big plates of that a day.
Yeah, you got to drink like six smoothies. Yeah, that shit you got to keep. That's not natural to keep eating all goddamn day. But you can eat a nice big steak, you know what I'm saying? And maybe inside a little bit of vegetables and shit. And you be good. You be like, damn, that shit filled me up. You be good.
I mean, yeah, unless you eating a salad and you throwing some chopped up steak or meat and stuff in there, then you might be good for a day.
Nah, there's a lot of hunters out there, Samantha. There's still people just not happening in our community. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We not hunting our food now in our community, but that's the problem.
We hunting niggas.
Unfortunately, yeah, niggas is too busy hunting each other to be out there. Niggas hunt each other before they go out there and hunt some a deer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately.
That's just what it is.
Nah, meat ain't hard to digest. Meat ain't hard to digest.
No,
What's hard to digest is all them goddamn insoluble fibers hard to digest.
Yeah,
you get irritable bowel syndrome from eating too much insoluble fiber. All that broccoli and shit. That's what. Yep. Just think about all the gas and bloatedness you have from eating broccoli and beans and sprouts and all that shit. Like some of the most smelliest poops come from niggas who eat broccoli all day. Yeah. Broccoli stink.
And carbs.
Yeah.
Make your poop bulky. When you eat straight, trust me, we've been on this
bowel syndrome.
We've been on this carnivore joint for a minute. Trust me, your poop, you barely, you know what I'm saying? It don't your big bulky poops come from grains and stuff like that. That's where your big bulky poops come from. Meat.
Well, if you
meat breaks down into small particles and turns into energy instant.
The reason why you get constipated from eating meat is because you're not eating it with enough fat.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they tell you that animal fats is bad and clog up your heart, when really it's the Crisco seed oils that's clogging up your heart, because your body ain't able to digest seed oils. When you frying Crisco and Crisco oil and mazola, that's seed oil. Our bodies are not made out of seed oils. Our body is made out of animal fat. So our body is digest animal fat and seed oils, those Criscos and corn oil and all that. Yo, that is literally chemicals. All chemicals. And for y'all that's saying meat can stink, but leave some broccoli out. Tell me how broccoli smell when you leave broccoli out. Broccoli smell worse than meat. Broccoli smell way worse than meat when you leave. Broccoli stinks the worst more than anything I've ever smelled. Let your cooked broccoli go raw. Go spoil on the countertop. I bet you will smell that over spoiled meat.
Challenge.
Yeah, I want y'all to try that.
Challenge.
Go get a steak from somewhere, put that out, let it spoil, put it right next to the goddamn broccoli, and you tell me which one stink worse after a couple days.
Yo, don't waste no goddamn food, but just take a chicken pack or an old ass. That's some old ass broccoli.
We did it, Potato Joe.
That's some old ass meat. Or just do it with some old meat. Especially when you cook the meat, it ain't going to spoil. Right?
Oh, if you got an iron overload, yeah, you do got to watch how much steak and stuff you eating. Red meat.
Oh, yeah.
If you got an iron overload, see that means you got exposed to some chemical shit. That's some environmental shit, yo. You got poison from something. There's something around you. It's either in your water, your land, some type of product you're using for you to have iron overload. That's not natural.
Damn, how can you get?
That's not That's because we're living in a toxic environment.
Man, this shit ain't no joke out here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, plant-based could work for people. We said that. Do you take supplements? Samantha, do you take supplements or you just eat like what do you usually just eat on a plant-based diet? See, the problem is when people, the reason why you feel heavy on meat is because if you eating it with carbs, if you eating sandwich like with bread, heavy bread and shit like that, if you eating meat with pasta, that will make you feel heavy. But if you just eating meat alone, that shit ain't heavy at all. It ain't heavy at all. You sound like a broccoli hater.
Broccoli.
Nah, I've eaten broccoli.
That's funny.
I ain't a broccoli. I ain't no broccoli hater. It's just that.
That's funny.
It's just that broccoli. People always think that broccoli is the most nutritious thing on the planet. And it's like,
Nah, no grapeseed oil. Avocado oil is alright. It's okay. Probably the best to use for oil fat is, well, I know a lot of y'all probably ain't gonna rock with no lard, but or beef tallow or coconut oil. A lot of y'all probably rock with coconut oil before anything. Man, our ancestors cooked in good old lard, man. They lived to be.
They damn sure did.
150 years old and 100 years old, and you know what I'm saying.
Tell me how come our family from the South who grew up cooking in lard lived to in their 90s, late 90s and hundreds, but us who grew up on canola oil and Crisco oil,
40s,
and dying in our 30s and 40s,
dying in our 40s,
20s, 30s, and 40s.
And it's just a lot more stress, a lot more stress, a lot more stress free. It's a little bit more stress free back then, man.
Now, you can't necessarily say it was more stress free back then. You can't say that. Some shit went down back then. You remember us niggas, we couldn't even use the same bathrooms, the same bathrooms, the same water fountains. We I wouldn't say shit was less stressful back then.
Nah, but
they had their troubles then too.
Yeah, everybody had their troubles.
Yeah, they had their troubles.
But the thing about it is, everybody, it wasn't so much hidden. Everybody knew what was what. These days, it's just like some secret.
Nah, this shit ain't secret. It's all out in the open now. Look at social media. I don't think shit is hidden. They need to start keeping some more shit secret. It's everything's too out in the open now with social media. It ain't shit. Yeah, it ain't shit hidden these days.
Families was more intact back then.
I can't believe some people think we had shorter lifespans back in the day. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. People are dying. People are dying of illnesses in a shit. Toddlers and shit born with leukemia and all that. That was unheard of on the planet.
Yeah.
That was unheard of. More people was dying earlier to these days than back then. Shit. Sometimes when they went into those villages where the people who were the ancients were still living, They couldn't even tell how old those people. Some of them people was 130, 140 years old. That shit that they telling us that we died early, and you know what I mean, back then, that's all a lie, man. When they did those statistics, they did that shit based off war. They gathered those statistics based off war. People were dying in mass groves because of World War I and World War II. See, they not telling you what niggas was dying of.
No.
They just lump all the statistics together and say, look, see, we're living longer. That's BS, man. Nah.
Yeah, people live longer, man.
Yeah,
it wasn't all
none
this.
Of us are still confused out
It wasn't
here,
all this mass production and industrial complex. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When they start building shit on top of it, start domesticating niggas, man. Niggas start getting cut off from fishing and farming and hunting. Niggas start getting cut off from that, man. So niggas was dying faster because niggas was, we was getting forced into these domesticated areas.
Our great grandmother lived till 99. Our great great grandmother lived till almost 103. I mean, like, seriously.
They was eating fat back in the day.
And they were eating fat back. And they didn't look like they aged at all. When they died, they didn't even have a goddamn wrinkle on their face, and they were that old. You understand?
Exactly.
And them niggas was eating fat backs and all types of shit, lard, all of that. Our Native American ancestors was hunting animals, and they were eating the fat from the animals and the organ meats raw. And them niggas was living till 130, 140. They didn't even know about diseases until the European came. And they was over here hunting and fishing. What you think they did with all that fat that was in the animal? You think they just discarded it? They used every part of the animal. They ate that fat. They rubbed that fat on their skin. They made oils and balms out of that fat.
And they took the bones and made jewelry.
And they took the bones and the fur and made jewelry.
Weapons and jewelry. And jewelry. Garments, weapons, clothes, and jewelry. That's what they did with the they ain't believe in wasting the animal because that was against that was against their religion and all that.
We've been so far removed from our ancestors. We've been so far removed from our ancestors that we think that we outliving them. Not realizing our ancestors they didn't even have birthdays because they didn't count how old they were. A lot of them didn't even know that they were 130, 140 years old.
No, there was no records kept, no birth.
They didn't keep no records of how old because they didn't keep time like the Romans did. They didn't keep time like how this modern day shit that we living in, with us counting our birthdays and celebrating our birthdays and all these days and all that shit. That's Roman. That's the Roman influence. We still under the Roman Empire. Y'all niggas don't even know we still under the Roman Empire. Half these niggas on the planet don't know that we're under the rule of the Roman Empire still. They still think the damn Roman Empire fell. When all the orders on the planet is literally coming from the Vatican. We are still under Roman rule, y'all. That's why we go by something called the Roman calendar. One of the only places on the planet that don't go by the Roman calendar is Ethiopians, because Ethiopia wasn't conquered by Rome. So when it was 2019 here, it was 2012 in Ethiopia. Do y'all understand? Because they wasn't influenced by the fictitious system of the Roman Empire, which we are still under today. Go ahead and believe that vegan shit and be out here and eating impossible meats and beyond meats all day. Cause that's why the vegan movement is being pushed. So y'all niggas could be eating beyond meats and impossible meats all day.
The FDA.
Yup. They being lured right into the trap.
Bill Gates gonna come out with a speech.
Yep.
Telling you the FDA approved beyond impossible meats.
It's the only safe. It's the only safe food that to be consumed is impossible meats, beyond meats.
The impossible meats. The FDA. Hey, Bill Gates says safe to eat. We're gonna eat it. What Microsoft ass nigga doing in agriculture and all that shit? Farming and agriculture.
Exactly, Bridget Thomas. We all can report that. Our great grandparents were living till the 80s and 90s and 100s. We dying at 20 and 30, y'all. From diseases, from diabetes, from high blood pressure, from stroke. And all of us walking around, I don't eat no lard. Lard, But you've been frying in Crisco oil your whole life and Mazola, but your ass got diabetes. You got diabetes and high blood pressure and on the verge of a stroke and cancer. Niggas ain't, that's why I said niggas ain't conscious. We not conscious. We not conscious. We not conscious of what's going on around us. Not even with basic shit. So of course niggas ain't gonna be conscious about nothing beyond that. Niggas ain't even conscious about basic shit. How's the medical field and all this jargon that we're being told? How is it helping us when we dying earlier? We enslaved now. We doing enslaved labor now. We're doing enslaved labor now. If you work at a regular gig, regular 9 to 5, look how much gas it takes to get to work if you commute. You ain't look at the cost of living compared to these salaries that they paying niggas. This is the same thing, but niggas ain't never leave the plantation. We were just born in it and not realizing that we're in it. That's the problem. We are born in it.
Nigga,
they
didn't transfer these goddamn workplaces into slave.
Look, if you live in check to check, you a slave, man. Because you got just enough to keep you fed so you can keep working.
That's crazy.
Niggas ain't seeing that. That's the same thing. What's the difference?
To be in that cycle, man. To be in that cycle.
And they still whoop your ass if you fall out of line, and they just do it through the police force. Cops pull over a nigga, they whoop your ass if you ain't following, if you ain't doing what society tell you to do, boy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even see that we still in the goddamn plantation. That's how they got us, because we don't know that we're still in the plantation. Niggas is still, what they went through back in the day, nigga, we still going through it today. You just not seeing it. They giving us just enough to where we have to go back to depend on them. That's slavery.
Niggas is out here just.
That's called slavery,
Niggas out here just coasting, man. Living into the oblivion.
Exactly. We dying off early, but we supposed to have advanced medical system. We got an advanced medical system, but we dying off early. But our ancestors was living longer than us. Then they got the lie and telling, oh, we were dying at birth. No, the fuck we wasn't. Now, a lot of the, sorry to say this, but I'm not trying to go it up. A lot of the Europeans were dying off early because they didn't understand, certain cleanliness and all that at one point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming at nobody.
On the Dark Ages.
But when it came to our native ancestors, they knew how to give birth.
During the Dark Ages,
they wasn't dying at birth,
a lot of them motherfuckers was sick.
That's a lie.
Sick and dying off during the Dark Ages.
That's a lie. Our ancient ancestors knew how to give birth.
1400s. You know what I mean? During around them times of 13, 14, 1500s, niggas was dying. They was dying off because the motherfuckers just didn't have it.
That's why they had to come here and find a medicine here on this land where the natives is at. They didn't understand how motherfuckers over here was living so long.
Exactly.
They like, oh shit, we gotta go over there. We gotta go over there and get the medicine that they use.
Exactly. That's the
You
crazy
understand?
thing.
You understand what this shit is?
That's the crazy
And you know where they got the information to come here? Africa. They went there first, got the information that niggas was over here too. It's just the whole bunch. It's just you know what it is.
It's crazy, yo. It's crazy that some people still believe the shit that they told us when we was growing up. Y'all ain't realize that was all cat by now? Telling us that people are living longer now than back then, and people died at childbirth, and all that shit is cat, y'all. I don't understand why y'all don't see that yet. Y'all niggas that think like that still think that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. If y'all don't realize they cooked the books to make it look like niggas was dying early, then y'all lost, man. They've been manipulating statistics for years.
That nigga Christopher Columbus ain't that nigga.
Niggas still believe that. Niggas still believe that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492.
I don't think niggas that. I don't think.
Niggas that's saying that we live longer now than back in the day, and we was dying in childbirth. If you believe that, then you still believe. You might as well still believe Christopher Columbus discovered this shit in 1492.
Nah, I don't think niggas believe that Christopher Columbus discovered America. I understand that he discovered America for the niggas that he was coming over here for.
He ain't even discovered it for them because they knew this was over here.
Yeah, it was over here.
The Vikings and the Moors been coming over here.
Yeah, exactly.
All the monarchs in Europe knew about over here already. Exactly. That's bullshit. All that discovery shit that they talking about, that's BS, man. They already knew all this was over here.
He discovered for the Spaniards. Ain't that who he came over here for, the Spaniards?
Yeah, allegedly.
South America. That's where you get the Colombia from. The country Colombia. He went down there and landed in South America first, then worked his way up the north.
Yeah, it's great. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how we was born in this deception, and some people still believe this shit to this day. I can't believe this.
You know what? It's just because they just don't want to. You know, it's just not. People's minds just ain't on being free at that level of thinking. They just want to. You know, it's easier letting people think for you, and you just go along with the program. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's convenient. It's easier to let people think for you. Because as soon as you guys start doing critical thinking, then you're responsible for freeing yourself. See what I'm saying? And most people just don't want to be most people don't want to have that type of responsibility in freeing themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they let society be made up. They let society make up their mind for them.
Because we was all born into it, so we don't know.
So when you finally break free, you know you're becoming responsible for you and the people around you. You know what I'm saying? To be free, because it's going to cost you. To be free is going to cost you, and you got to do all the work yourself.
Well, it's going to cost you the convenience that you're used to been born in. But the convenience is really dependency.
That's it.
Convenience is nothing but dependency with a mask on.
And you see, you got to go do all the work yourself to maintain your independence.
I mean, y'all got to understand they created a whole drug society because dependency is basically like no different than drug addicts. You know what I mean? You depend on them for everything. You depend on them just like how a crackhead depend on a crack or heroin addict depend on heroin. We letting them dress us. We letting them feed us. We letting them wipe our butts. We panic. We panicked when the toilet paper ran out in the grocery stores, y'all. We panicked because they didn't allow us to wipe our butts. That's control for your behind, man. No pun intended. Man, you still got niggas walking around believing that Christopher Columbus discovered this shit in 1492, man.
I don't believe. Man. I think people woke up to that part of at least woke up to that part. Because a lot of people ain't. I'm talking about our people. I'm talking about black people. A lot of people at least woke up to that part of the lie. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas know he ain't discovered shit. Niggas at least woke up to that part.
They at least made it there, huh?
They made it there. We made it there, man.
But they still teaching it in school.
Yeah, they still teaching it in school to the, you know. But even these kids, this generation can see through that. That's bullshit.
Just like the younger generation can see through that moon landing bullshit.
Yeah. This newer generation is way more advanced because this computer age speeded all the information up. So they
made more advanced, but they dumb.
Yeah, but it's dumb at the same time. Nah, that's because they don't have. You know why? Because they don't have no guidance with the information. They got the information, but they don't know how to use it. That's the only thing. They got the information, but they don't know how to transform it into using it to get free.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the only difference is they don't know how to get free with it, get themselves free with the information.
And you're right too, Georgia. How they gonna discover a place where people was already living? That's
exactly.
Like me coming into your backyard and on your property and saying, I just discovered this patch of land here, and I start going in there and killing everybody in your household and saying I discovered this land.
Mm-hmm.
That's some crazy stuff right there. This is crazy.
It's already here, man. We were already here. Families was already here. Tribes was already occupying this land. There was already laws set up. A whole governance set up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We had governance over over the land, and the tribes had treaties. It was already all that stuff was already here. The civilization was in full effect when they showed up here. You feel what I'm saying? It was all in full effect. There wasn't no stone unturned.
Shit, we know that.
Thanks for the super chat, Fat Cat. There wasn't no stone unturned. Everything over here was functioning. And the thing is, he had cities over here. It was cities, man. It was cities over here, man. South America, cities.
With advanced
technology.
Advanced systems,
niggas
advanced
had computers.
Water systems, advanced farming.
Yup.
Shit was already advanced over here, y'all.
Exactly. Niggas had computers.
It's crazy, man.
Niggas was rocking iced out jewels and jewelry in the ears and all that stuff. Purse, leathers, furs. Niggas was already splurging, man.
Yeah, all that came from all our ancient ancestors. All the hunting we used to do.
The teeth. I mean, like the jewels in the teeth. Like you even go to the ancient Jones, you see they got emeralds and stuff in their teeth. Like each tooth had like an emerald stone in the middle of it. Niggas been doing all this, man. Niggas been doing all this. Ain't nothing new. And right now, shit, a lot of the rappers you see now emulating a lot of the ancient with the tattoos everywhere, with the Paris's everywhere and all that. Niggas been doing that. Niggas tribes already been on that.
Yeah.
Doing that shit.
Pretty much. Yeah. Shit, we about to get up out of here.
Yeah, we wasn't even supposed to be on here this long, but we had to vibe out with y'all on this.
Yeah.
On this information. We gave y'all enough for Nicki Minaj and Chris Brown.
Yep.
And all that shit. We had to balance it out with this type of information. Gotta balance it out.
We see what society want.
Chris Brown.
Yep. Society want Nicki Minaj stories and Chris Brown. Who's sleeping with who? Screwing who? Who's doing what to who? We try and even it out though. We give y'all that bullshit over there, but we give you this. Unfortunately, everybody not here to see it. And then niggas will come on here. What y'all trying to say? Y'all gossip channel. Like, yo, you don't know what the fuck we do. You hearing one side of us. You just hearing night us. You're not hearing day us.
Salute to y'all, man. Salute.
Definitely salute to y'all.
It's all man. love.
Thanks for support. Thanks for the support, y'all. You know what I mean? We definitely appreciate it. Y'all see we be putting in this work and y'all gonna get this work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So thanks for supporting us. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, share. You know what I mean? Yep. Put your peoples onto this information. You know what I mean? And shit, that's all we got to say.
Peace.